I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. Do you believe in the power of the living God? Psychiana, lesson 1. First of all, replace every thought that is not fun or feeling good with another thought. Psychiana, lesson 1, for 2 weeks, all the time, over and over, in your mind or out loud. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God, and the living God is within me, and the living God is without. Calling on the power of the living God first, we must. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. The living God is within me. The living God is without. The living God is everywhere to be called upon in your creations. But first you must, what? Believe. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God in me and in you and all around. And in order to use the power of the living God to create the life I might want for me to find my peace and serenity, I must first do what? Believe in the power. Believe in what? I believe in the power of the living God. Whew. Tell us, sister, what do you believe? I believe in the power of what you say? I can't hear you. Of the living God, I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God, and I'm going to find the power of the living God. I'm going to find the power of the living God. First, I must believe in the living God. In order to use this power to create the world I might believe I want, I first must believe it exists. Do I believe? What do I believe? Sisters, tell me, what do I believe? Brothers, tell me, what do I believe? We can't tell you what you believe, Crystal. What do you believe, Reverend Crystal? I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in the power of the living God. I am finding the power of the living God. But first, what, sister, you must do is believe in the power of the living God. I believe it exists. I believe it's out there. I believe it's in here. But I can do nothing until I have convinced my own soul, my own dignity, and my inner damned that the belief exists in me. What belief is that, sister? What belief is that, Reverend? What belief is that, brother? It is the belief of the power of the living God. Do you believe in the power of the living God? I believe in in the power of the living God. Yeah. Tell it, sister, tell it. I intend to find that power of that living God, of the living God in me and without. I intend to find that power, and I intend to conjure me up some miracles for every one of you and for myself. I cannot create the life I want for me or for any of my brethren. I cannot create the life I want for my sisters nor bring anyone out of misery. Until what? Till first I have convinced myself that I truly do. That you truly do what, Reverend Crystal? That I believe. That you believe in what? That I believe in the power of what you say? Of the living God in me and all around. I believe in the power. I believe in the power of the living God. Do you believe in the power? Do you believe in yourself? Psychiatric lesson 1. The first thing to know of creating and conjuring, the first thing to know to any miracle of bringing God within or without, is to first believe in the living God. Not just say it, not just spell it, certainly not be just a spewing it, but to what? To believe. To believe in the power of the living God. To believe in the power of what you say. To believe in the power of the living God. I thought there for a while that God had forsaken me. Turns out I had forsaken myself. I did not think that God could forgive me. Turns out, now that I believe in the power of the living God, I know for sure now. I know for sure now without a doubt. It was me that could not forgive me. God had forgiven me all along. And I believe. What do you believe in? What do you believe in? How do you know? I believe. I believe in the power. I believe in the power of the living God. I believe in you, and I believe in me, and I believe in the power